right, Shalom. Kol Halo Yahweh B'Hashem Yahushai B'Hashem Rakakwadash. Double honors and respect to the elders and to the apostles of the great millstone. Peace and blessing to all the Akim that are preaching and teaching this word with 100% truth and sincerity. And unto the men, women, and children that are listening and learning. And unto the Bayat Abadah, the elect house of David that are scattered abroad, I give you my utmost and sincere salutations. Okay, just gonna do a little quick hit before I go on to the plantation this morning. This topic, this is just a little short, quick hit. It's just going to be about, the path to paradise starts in hell, and in order to get to that paradise, we have to go through hell, which is here on earth. All right. I'm gonna get the book of Second Esdras here. Second Esdras, the 7th chapter. Second Esdras, chapter 7. It's going to start at verse 6, and it says, "There's also another thing, a city is builded, and set upon a broad field, and is full of all good things." All right, and that city it's talking about is heaven, the kingdom. In verse 7, the entrance thereof is narrow, and is set in a dangerous place to fall, like as if there were a fire on the right hand, and on the left a deep water. Verse 8, and one only path between them both, even between the fire and the water, so small that there could be one man go there at once. Okay? So that right there goes to show you that only a small few can enter through that narrow, straight gate. This is not for everybody, okay? Only a small, select few are going to make it. In fact, let me get where was it at? There he is, yeah. Go to Matthew. Actually, before we do that, let me go back to Second Esdras. Salakia. There's one thing I wanted to point out here. Let me see. It's in the 7th chapter, still in chapter 7 here. Let me get it. Verse 750, second chapter 7, verse 7. I'm going to start at 57. It says, "Then answered he me and said, This is the condition of the battle which man that is born upon the earth shall fight." Verse 58, "That if he be overcome, he shall suffer as thou hast said, but if he get the victory, he shall receive the thing that I say." Okay. Verse 59, "For this is the life whereof Moses spake unto the people while he lived, saying, Choose thee life that thou mayest live." Okay. That straight and narrow way is the way of life, and only a few will follow. And many, of course, they're going to fall whichever side, right or left, this is the condition, that a man is born on, the condition that you are born upon the earth to fight. This life is a fight, man. We're fighting for life, dear life, salvation, and by keeping the law, statutes, and commandments to the best of our ability. Okay? And if we be overcome, we're going to suffer. If we allow ourselves to fall off that straight and narrow path, we're going to suffer for it. That's why you got to keep that eye single and stay focused. All right. Now I'm going to go to Matthew. All right. This is going to be Matthew chapter 7 as well. Starting at verse 13. "Enter ye in at the strait gate, for wide is the gate, and broad is the way that leadeth to destruction, and many there be which go in thereat." Okay? So, right-hand side is fire, left-hand side is water. The majority of people are going to be either in the fire or in the water. So to speak. They're going to be in the... Let me read verse 14. "Because strait is the gate, and narrow is the way which leadeth unto life, and few there be that find it." Okay? That straight and narrow path, only a few are going to make it. the elect. Lord willing that we are a part of that number, and not amongst the people in this world that are going to bug out and and get judged. Just got to stay focused. This, as I said before in the 7th chapter and verse 57, born upon the earth shall fight. That's the condition of the battle, man. We're fighting for our lives. It's mainly a spiritual battle. A spiritual battle to resist temptation and do the right thing. Okay? Now let me get this is going to be Isaiah chapter 10. Excuse me. Isaiah chapter 10, verse 20. It says, "And it shall come to pass in that day that the remnant of Israel and such as are escaped of the house of Jacob shall no more again stay upon him that smote him, but shall stay upon the Lord, the Holy One of Israel, in truth." So, again, Lord willing that we are of the elect, that we will never stay upon him that smote them. So we will no longer be chained and shackled down by our oppressors. We'll stay upon the Lord. He is our he's our savior. He's Yahweh Shai. Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. He is the one that's going to help us get out of this situation. And it says here in the verse 21, "The remnant shall return, even the remnant of Jacob, unto the righteousness, unto the mighty power." Okay? Verse 22, "For thy people Israel be as the sand of the sea." Here we have the biggest population. "Yet a remnant of them shall return, a small number. The consumption decreed shall overflow with righteousness." Okay? So one third of our people are going to make it, but 2/3 are going to be cut off and die. You can read about that in the book of Zechariah, the 13th chapter, verse 8 through 9. Again, only a remnant is going to escape the perils that are coming. Right now, this is just a light affliction. Nothing's really started popping off yet, but it will eventually. So, again, this was just a quick hit, something to get out. So remember, the path to paradise begins in hell, and we're in that hell right now. Alright, so pretty much covered everything. So like I said, I just hope that this little quick hit was edifying unto the body and to those that are new coming in, listening and learning with all sincerity. I'd like to give all the honor, glory, and praise unto Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Rakakwadash. I wanted to give double honors and respect to the elders and to the apostles of the great millstone. Peace and blessing to all the Akim that are preaching and teaching this word with 100% truth and sincerity, and unto the men, women, and children that are listening and learning, and unto the Bayath of the elect house of David that is scattered abroad. I give you my utmost and sincere salutations. Excuse me. I'll see you on the next lesson, Lord willing. Kwam Yasharala, Wa Abababal, Shalom, Barakatham.